Europe, a land of ancient forests and towering mountains, a land of bustling cities and quiet villages. But beneath the surface of this vibrant tapestry lies another world, a world of shadows and secrets. This is the world of Europe's haunted castles. These castles, with their crumbling walls and echoing corridors, hold centuries of history within their stone embrace. They have witnessed wars and peace, love and loss, life and death, and sometimes, it seems, they hold on to these memories. They whisper them on the wind, etch them into the cold stone, and reveal them in fleeting glimpses to those who dare to look. The allure of haunted castles is a curious thing. It's a mix of fear and fascination, a desire to peer into the darkness and confront the unknown. Perhaps it's the thrill of the unknown, the possibility of encountering something beyond our understanding, or maybe it's a connection to the past, a yearning to touch the lives of those who came before. Whatever the reason, one thing is certain: the stories of haunted castles continue to captivate our imaginations. They remind us that the past is never truly gone. It lingers on, whispering in the shadows, waiting to be heard. Join us now, dear reader, as we journey into the heart of Europe, to explore the unsettling tales of its most haunted castles. Ireland, the Emerald Isle, a land of rolling green hills, ancient legends, and a deep connection to the supernatural. It is here, in County Offaly, that we find our first destination, Leap Castle, known as one of the most haunted castles in Ireland. Leap Castle has a long and bloody history. Built in the 15th century, Leap Castle was the stronghold of the fearsome O'Carroll clan. Within its walls, countless acts of violence unfolded. Betrayal, murder, and even acts of unspeakable cruelty were commonplace. One particularly gruesome tale speaks of a secret dungeon discovered during renovations. This was no ordinary prison. The floor was littered with sharp wooden spikes. Over time, it became a mass grave. The unfortunate souls who perished there left behind an imprint of their suffering. The room was filled with an overwhelming sense of dread and despair. Visitors claimed to feel a palpable sense of evil, but the most infamous resident of Leap Castle is a spectral entity known as the Elemental. This terrifying apparition is said to be a grotesque, hunched figure. It emits a foul odor of decay and sulfur. The Elemental is a malevolent spirit. It is said to be responsible for much of the castle's malevolent energy. Our journey takes us now to England, to the imposing Tower of London. This historic fortress, standing on the banks of the River Thames, has served many roles throughout its long history. It has been a royal palace, a treasury, and even a zoo. But it is perhaps best known as a prison, and within its walls countless souls met their end. Among the tower's many ghostly residents, one stands out: Anne Boleyn, the ill-fated second wife of King Henry VIII. Accused of adultery and treason, she was beheaded on the Tower Green in 1536. Her ghost, often described as a forlorn figure in a white gown, has been sighted in various locations throughout the tower. Some say she walks on the anniversary of her execution, a ghostly procession making its way to the chapel. Others report seeing her in the Queen's Tower, her anguished sobs echoing through the empty rooms. The White Lady of the Tower is a poignant reminder of the tower's dark and often brutal past. But Anne is not alone in her spectral wanderings. The tower is also said to be haunted by the young princes, Edward V and Richard of Shrewsbury. These two boys, also known as the Princes in the Tower, disappeared within the tower's walls in 1483. Their fate remains a mystery. Section 4. Forever Queen, Château de Brissac, France. France, the land of romance and revolution. Yet even in this land of beauty and light, shadows lurk. Deep in the Loire Valley stands the magnificent Château de Brissac, a castle with a tragic and haunting past. This stunning castle is said to be haunted by Charlotte de Valois, a former resident who met an unfortunate end. Charlotte was the illegitimate daughter of King Charles VII. She was married off to Jacques de Brézé, Lord of Brissac, in a political arrangement. The marriage was a disaster. Jacques was a jealous and possessive man. He was enraged when he discovered Charlotte's infidelity. In a fit of jealous rage, he murdered his young wife. Charlotte's spirit, unable to find peace, is said to wander the halls of the castle. Her mournful cries are often heard in the dead of night. Visitors and residents alike have reported seeing a woman in a green dress, her face hidden by a veil. She is known as La Dame Verte, the Green Lady, forever trapped within the walls of the castle where she met her tragic end. Section 5. The Blood Countess bathes Château Castle, Slovakia. Our journey takes a darker turn as we travel to Slovakia, to the ruins of Château Castle. Perched high on a hilltop overlooking the rolling countryside, this once grand castle is now a shell of its former self, but its crumbling walls whisper with tales of horror. They tell the story of Elizabeth Bathory, the Blood Countess. Elizabeth Bathory was a Hungarian noblewoman. She lived in the castle in the 16th and 17th centuries. Her name has become synonymous with cruelty and depravity. She is remembered for one thing: her insatiable thirst for blood. The Countess believed that bathing in the blood of young women would keep her young and beautiful. She lured peasant girls to the castle with promises of work and a better life. Instead, she subjected them to unimaginable torture. It is said that hundreds of girls met their end within the castle walls. Though Elizabeth Bathory died in 1614, her dark legend lives on. Local villagers and visitors to the castle ruins report strange occurrences. They speak of cold spots, disembodied voices, and the feeling of being watched. Some even claim to have seen the ghostly apparition of the Blood Countess herself. She wanders the ruins, searching for new victims to satisfy her bloodlust. Please like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more haunted adventures.